I also have a 5-point. I mean, how far do you want to
Yeah,
go?
yeah, so she'll do one more and heal your 5 point before she turns towards Eric, and she says, "Oh, don't let me forget about you too. Come here, come here."
Okay.
And she'll bind your biggest wound as well.
Okay.
And she'll go through and she'll also bind all your other wounds and do all that healing, but there's not enough time after the fight happened for her to actually provide any healing effects towards the other wounds. So she binds all your wounds and takes the time and does medieval version of cleaning it and mainly washing off all the blood from all the various spots on your clothing. So it'll take some time of you guys. We'll say probably takes an hour or so of working with her to get everything all bandaged up.
I mean, the beauty of the brothers, though, is that in about a day and a half, we're probably going to be mostly okay.
So because you are getting first aid on at least the first wound, everyone can take 1 day off the wound. So all of your wounds go down 1 day unless they're a 1 point wound.
So do I keep the points at 20 and then days to heal is now 19? Is that, or do both of those go down?
So her giving you first aid healed you 1 hit point. So the wound itself goes down to a 19.
Okay.
And then the days to heal goes to a 19 as well.
Okay.
And then because she's provided first aid on this wound, the days to heal will drop one as well. So you'll have a 19-point wound with 18 days to heal.
Gotcha.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So while that's all happening, Werlin, you were going to approach the manor house.
That's right.
All right. So you, yeah. What are you approaching with any specific tact? There's still a number of people outside, kind of grumbling, but it's been some time, and there was an announcement that you were going to try to take care of the problem. So it did send some folks away, but there's always one or two people that are still out there with a few more gripes and complaints to throw at the manor house.
Right. So if it's already publicly known, I'll probably just go up through the front, ask to be let in. I'm sure people can at least I'm probably not flaunting my condition. I have taken damage, but someone might notice well, he doesn't look that great, so I guess something happened. And he's back and he's alive, so. And of course, I'm putting up an aura of confidence as always.
Okay, so the guards will stop you and what are you doing there? What brings you here?
I'm here to return to the lady. I've completed my task.
Oh yes, we'll send you right in. We'll get the lady Elaine for you. And so one of them will run off, and the other will kind of let you into the common courthouse in the middle. And within a few minutes, you're let into the same sitting room you had first met her in. And she nods. You returned so quickly. I heard from one of the villagers that several of your friends needed medical attention. What happened? Please, pray tell.
Well, allow me to tell you the story, my lady. We went there and we went underneath the tree into the catacombs there.
Underneath the tree?
That is correct. It is a burial mound, of course. There didn't seem to be another way in.
I did not know of this.
But nonetheless, we found a small infestation. It didn't seem too odd to my eyes, at the very least. But there was a terrible creature of the undying dead within there.
Oh my!
Capable of striking fear into the hearts of mortal men, but not the likes of me, of course.
Oh well, that is then I chose well in hiring you. I am thank you.
Indeed, your wisdom knows no bounds.
Has the curse been lifted yet? Then
I can only imagine so. If the Walking Dead are to blame for it, then the curse should dissipate in no time at all, I'm certain.
Then I'm sure people will have good dreams by tomorrow morning. Then I'm excited to hear the village will be safe.
As am I, of course. And of course, as part of our contract, I look forward to our people getting our payment.
Yes, in the morning when the curse has been lifted, I of course you will receive all of your payments.
Orla just kind of like is mulling this over in his head. It's like, I want the payment now. I did the thing. We risked our lives. And he's gonna say, "You have my utmost assurance that such it will be, and were it to not fade, it is upon my very own honor I will see to the task itself. But there's so much that I need here in the city. I need to have food and lodging. If you could perhaps simply give us the payment now, we shall perhaps get a few more bits of honeymead to cover the wounds."
I do not know about parting with the funds before the curse has been lifted. I do not wish to I do not wish to disparage upon your honor or your I believe that you will keep your word, but if the curse is not lifted, then I don't want to be out all this coin.
I see, and I understand. Well, then perhaps you could afford us with proper full lodgings for the night, then.
Make a diplomacy or a persuasion check.
Let's see if I have either of those. Diplomacy is
Or
the 13.
seduction or intimidation if that's your
Persuasion.
it didn't seem very intimidating, and it wasn't quite very seductive, but if you're doing it in a seductive way,
I could arcane lore it, you know. There are mystical reasons for why we need a good bed and a night's sleep. Recruiting is actually my best social skill, I think. I'm gonna add her to the party, everybody.
join
Law.
us.
I got 15 law, everybody.
Legally, you're required to pay us within.
I could do a distraction and say, "Hey, look over there!" Swipe it up and just. Yeah, I see diplomacy and what's their persuasion? Yeah, they're both 13. They're both at base. I'll just go ahead and roll diplomacy.
It will be an opposed roll, so that is a
54.
54 plus her resist persuasion. She got a 65. So you got a 54, she got a 65, and she kind of thinks, lodging. Well, I wish we've been trying, but Terran doesn't have any spot for those to spend the night. Usually we don't get many visitors of the traveling or adventuring sort. Usually our good citizens will put up those who visit, and since most are usually related to someone here, or they know the lord of this village, and so they stay here. But Sir Mald has told me that there is we have had a house that's sort of been falling apart. Some acres of land that no one currently owns. It could be yours as part of your reward, a place to stay in the city, so that you may always aid us if need be. It's not much. It's fallen apart. It's seen better days, but
I see. Ah, well, I suppose as a traveler I don't have too much of a use for land, but I nonetheless accept your gracious offer, my lady. I'm sure it's the best that can be done in these trying times.
Well, I appreciate you understanding.
I shall go and inform my compatriots then. And should the curse be lifted, I shall return forthwith.
All right. So the house that you are not necessarily given a key, but just directed to is this one this blue house right here. I don't know if you
Okay.
guys want to label it or if there's a color that you prefer. Oh, I know there is a color that you prefer.
That's good. I'll probably go and meet them over at the midwives and probably get a little bit bandaged up too in the process. But I'll go ahead and tell them what's going on. Catch them up to speed.
All right. You guys are in the middle of getting bandaged up and maybe drinking some warm herbal teas when Whirlin returns.
So
Well,
did you get paid?
no, they won't pay us until the curse is lifted, which hopefully it should by tomorrow. There's nothing else down there, so I can't imagine it's still going to have any effect. It should wear off.
Didn't you say you found a hole?
Sure, but it's to a collapsed portion. It's not safe. And besides, whatever's there is probably buried in rubble too. I doubt there's anything causing problems there. That'd be ridiculous then. It'd have to be some sort of incredibly precise, perhaps controlled cave-in specifically to ward people off or something. No, that doesn't make sense. There's nothing down there. There's just the one creature, he's gone, and its foul odor shall be gone.
That
for.
feeling, though, that didn't get lifted.
I believe we just call that existence around here. It is miserable and terrifying and suppressive. You know, you'll get used to that one. You do look like you're going to live, so.
I'm strong. Of course I'll live.
Exactly. There you go. See, that's a good spirit. But she did offer us a place to stay in town that it will be under our ownership as it is abandoned. So
Excellent.
we do have a place to stay in town. And you, midwife, I'm also still bleeding out of this side of my arm. Could I perhaps have a slight bit of assistance?
Let me bandage that, and so she'll give you a bandage as well to wrap up that wound.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and I'll go ahead and modify that. Yay, now I'm only out for the week and not a week and a little bit afterwards.
Better than a year.
Yeah.
Better than a year.
Yeah, what's your running total at, Finn?
Let's see. I've got a 19-point wound with 18 days to heal.
So 18 days, and then 18 days again, and then 17 days, and then 16 days, and then 15.
Yep.
Yikes, yeah.
Figure out that math.
In which case, all of you can go out there, settle in, and you know, Finn, maybe there's some honey mead or troll liver or what have you in town. If you give me the money to acquire it, I'll go find it for you.
That is 189 days straight to get you back up to full.
Oh, cool. So,
Without help. If you get some sort of help in the meantime, I don't know.
You do have plenty of money, don't you, Finn?
I have this silver platter. I bet you it's worth something.
Might be hard to sell in the town.
Butler took that back, actually.
Oh yeah, he did.
No.
Well,
No,
yeah,
he
he came back. Remember?
I still have it, and Griffin said that I'll make sure she gets it back to you. And dude walked off.
Yeah, Griffin. Why'd you say that, Griffin? I think you meant Eli.
I mean Eli.
But yes, yeah. So you do have that silver platter.
Well, again, maybe not selling it in the town you stole it from. Probably the
Yeah,
better
that's
idea.
kind of what I'm thinking here.
How much does it usually? How much do you think you need?
Well, each serving of troll liver, I think, was a silver, wasn't it?
Yeah, liver squeezings are 2 silver, and there's also honey mead, which is 1 silver.
Well, here's the thing, though, is you've got like half a year of recovery time. So maybe you just get like a
Mhm.
circle hole punch, take that platter, and just start punching silver holes in it so they look like coins, and then shave off the display increments so that you're just basically making your own coins.
There you
Oh,
go.
I like that idea.
You have to get
Yeah, at this point, like every single point we can heal from you automatically will drastically start to reduce that time. So if we just get like even 3
Absolutely.
on you, it's like there's goes like a whole 3 months.
How much is that silver platter worth? How many coins can I get out of it?
Turns out the butler is also the town fence.
Do you have an
Wait
appraisal
a
check?
second.
Do you have any
Do I have
appraisal
what?
skills? Do you have any appraisal that would be relevant for your this silver platter? I think it would probably fall under sundries.
I don't think so. So I have cooking and baking, therefore I am familiar with platters and
Yeah, so you know this platter is a
Wait.
nice platter.
Wait. Do you cook shit on platters?
no, but you
Chrissy
serve it
Joe?
on platters.
Chrissy Joe, do you cooking shit on platters?
No,
I
I don't
think
cook it out there, but you've got to serve it on something. So
I
I'm
once
familiar with serving.
I once worked in
serving.
a shop where we sold cookery items, right? And somebody came back because they wanted to return a pot that the handle had melted off when they put it in the oven. And I was like, why the fuck did you put this pot in the oven?
Oh goodness.
Some people don't know how to cook.
Right.
Yeah, some people
So
cook
that
shit
would
on
give you a
platters.
bonus on appraisal
Okay.
because you know relevant information about cooking.
I
But
guess
you don't have any points in appraisal, so you know it's valuable, like you recognize it as value, but you don't know quite how much you'd get if you sold it, or you don't know what exactly would be a fair price. So like I'll offer you an amount for it, and it could be fair, it could be benefiting you, it could be not, but you don't quite know.
Yeah. I have salesmanship. Does that help? Not
That will help you.
not very
Yeah,
good. I mean, it's
it'll help
10,
you
but
talk up the offer. So like I'll offer you something, and you can try to squeeze out more.
oh, okay. Should I try to sell it
well, we
here?
do have the merchant caravan in town, which aren't townsfolk that we came in
Oh,
on.
that's true. So if I sold it to the merchant caravan versus somebody that's actually here in town,
That's true. That
yeah,
would probably give you a better chance of selling it without
I like to try to do that.
being
Do I need to
caught.
be? Do I need to be strapped on Eric's back to get around still?
Not anymore. Now that you're at
Okay.
one hit point, I mean,
You're conscious.
you're
Yeah,
conscious. You
I
have an
look like
enormous
hell.
wound.
Yeah,
It's certainly
festering
not good.
Velveeta's just running down the arm. Ooh, festering Velveeta. Ooh.
Festering Velveeta. Ew. That's not something I'm looking forward to.
No,
Is that even cheese?
no, no. Fake cheese.
Mm.
That's how your
All
body
right.
processes it, though.
What would you like to do? Are you
Uh,
going to try to sell it to these traveling merchants?
so yeah, I would, and I would like Eli to come with me, considering he has a relationship with the merchant.
All right, I'll go with you.
Not Eli. Sorry. I can't remember names. It's all in my mind, you know. Thalen. No, it says Thalen on there. What's your freaking name? Because it says Thalen on here, and that's another game that you're in.
Whirlin.
Whirlin. Okay. I can't remember names. See, this is what happens. I'm that hurt.
Merlin. Yeah.
Whirlin Merlin.
Yeah,
How about that?
associate. Yeah.
Whirlin, will you come with me? Instead of going through 5 different other people that don't exist right now.
What does you need me to do now?
Would you come with me to help me get a decent price? From
Sure, a
platter.
decent price, wink. I know someone who will give you a decent price, and by that I mean I'm taking my cut. So I believe I should roll salesmanship then.
So you show up there to the merchant caravan. What do you say to them? Are you're greeting them like your old friends, right?
Yeah, of course. Like, hey, Jerry, I got some good silver for you. Just don't let anyone else see you with it. But
You pick up something hot again? Is this
it's,
something
it's
you?
it's not
Oh,
that hot. It's just a little bit. But
you're
look,
killing
Jerry,
me. This is. I like to be able to come back to these places, Warland. Come on, man. Like, what do you got? Is it
it's all
nice
right.
at
It's all
least?
right. It's on the halfling. They're covered in cheese. No one will notice as long as you wipe off the cheese on the platter. It'll be fine. But
All
look,
right.
I just need the money. I need a little bit up front these days. As you can see, the halfling is still bleeding cheese out of their orifices.
Let's see it. Let's see it. Let's see it. Let's see what you got. Ooh, that's a nice platter. A little bit of cheese smudges, but nothing you can't buff out with a hammer. Um, hmm. Uh, well, where'd you get this? This is real nice.
You know not to ask those kinds of questions. You
Well,
just find it. I went over to go do some errands, and I just happened to find something.
so a little hot is what I'm taking. Best I can do, and because we're friends, I'm not gonna be able to sell it until we get to the next town. Even that might be risky. I'll give you 3 silver for it.
Jerry, you're breaking my heart. And at this point, I think we'll just go straight to the salesmanship part of it.
So make an opposed salesmanship check.
All right. So I have 48 plus 27. That is going to be 75, I believe.
That's 75. He is a merchant, so he's got some salesmanship.
He's pretty good.
He's got a 35, so then he rolled a 60, so he's doing pretty well.
He's
He
not too
kind of
much better than me, but he rolled better. So
he rolled better. He rolled much better. He kind of he scratched. He like leans in close. He's like, Werlin, I'm not an idiot. I've been in this town. I know what sort of place you probably got this to. And he kind of glances over where you can see the manor house kind of rising
Mhm.
above the rest of the city. And he kind of glances up there and glances back and he says, three's generous. I have to hide this. If anyone spots it, I I got a business to maintain.
I feel you. Well, hard times are hard times, and I'll go ahead and take 3 silver.
All right, he'll pass you 3 silver.
And I'll go ahead and hand 2 over to the halfling.
Thank you. I'm a
You
weak.
you were also looking for some drinks, I believe. Either there was liver squeezings and there was honey brew.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So liver squeezings will help, but it's a little bit harder to find, and there's a chance that you go blind by drinking it.
But it is guaranteed, whereas the honey brew, you're just rolling and you're hoping.
Yeah.
There's also a limited amount you can drink. I just can't remember how
Yeah,
much.
you can only heal up to 5 hit points per day off honey brew.
Gotcha. So the liver squeezings has a better chance, but a chance to go blind. But we have somebody in our party who's blind, so I'd like to think that he could help me learn his dolphin ways. If
It,
needed.
it is a
Oh my
it is a
gosh.
temporary blindness. You guys probably know enough to know it's a temporary blindness,
Okay.
but like it builds up. So the more liver squeezings you drink, there's a cumulative chance after
Higher
the
Oh
first.
my god, Finn,
Yeah,
you
that you
might
go
be
blind.
out of commission for a while if you drink this.
I'm really going to be out of commission for a while if I don't drink it, so I think that it's probably a better chance to just try, and then I will work on my dolphin noises.
Of course.
All right, so you're asking around for some liver squeezings. There are some liver squeezings available, actually. There's someone just they mentioned some hunter managed to get lucky and fell an owl bear in the north of the Corin Woods, and last time they came through, someone was able to get some liver squeezings. But the thing is, it will cost 2 silver.
Okay. And how much does liver squeezings help? Like, what is
1d6 points of healing.
okay? Um.
Oh wait,
I
one
really-
d6. Wow, I thought it was just
1d6.
one.
No, it's a good
So
one.
That's
so
actually amazing. That's entirely worth it now to me. I'm
Yeah.
all right.
Okay, I'm gonna. Would I be able to come back if I like just do one now? If they had, I know, assuming that they have multiple available. If I just get one and decide later if we're still in this area to get another one further down the line, would I be able to do that?
Yeah, you would be able to.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and just get one for now,
Okay.
and
So
then.
then,
Incidentally, I spend 2 silver and get nothing for it.
oh, unlucky. But well, you do get a buzz.
Yeah, that's a bonus. Perfect for our shanty house.
Okay,
So,
so
Go ahead.
I
Under your
basically
notes,
spend the
you're
2
gonna
silver
write.
that
Yeah.
that I just got from the silver platter. So
So you're gonna write in your character notes that you've had one liver squealing. We're just shopping at the moment, so there
okay,
is
no, one liver. What?
like one liver squeezings
Cool.
because there's a cumulative chance that'll build up.
Gotcha.
So roll 1d6, no penetrating.
All right, 1d6. No. Fucking kidding me?
One.
Sorry.
Hey, no, it's
Can I get
a proper response.
Kidding me. That's
So that's the unlock.
right.
So, but now there's a 20% chance that you go blind. So I need you
Okay.
to roll a 1d100. And if you roll under a 20, then you're gonna have to deal with some blindness.
No whammies.
All right.
You're good. Yeah. So you squeeze. You take some liver squeezings, and you get a little drunk, and after about 30 minutes, you're feeling it. You're really feeling it, but your wound will heal 1 hit point.
Okay. And days to heal stays the same though, correct? Because it's at 18 already.
It'll drop by 1 because you have been medically treated, so it'll be 17.
Well, but it was at 18 from the first aid.
Yeah. So the wound hit points total will drop from 19 to 18,
18.
and then the days to heal will drop to 17 because
Okay.
just until the first wound heals, you have been treated
Because
today.
the liver stuff helps.
Yeah.
Process. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
It looks like Theda's needs about 30 minutes, so he's going to be gone for 30 minutes. So just so everyone knows what's going on.
He's
Okay.
done
What would
with
you
us.
all like to do? Would you like to buy? Would you like to buy more liver squeezings?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and spend spend another 2 silver to try to do that, just because the first one, it felt good, but it didn't quite get me to where I wanted to be. And so I'll go ahead.
There is another liver squeezing available. So then
Okay.
just mark down you've had 2 liver squeezings.
2 liver squeezings, and then still a D6.
Another D6.
Okay, 3. That's better.
3. And then I need that 1d100. Now it's 40% chance.
Shit.
So welcome to being blind.
Ta-da!
So you're going to be blind for the next 5 days.
Makes sense.
All right.
Makes sense.
So
That's cool.
It's not 5 hours?
So we could go ahead and abstract this out too. We just kind of chill in town for 5 days in our house, I guess.
Yeah.
that we could do that as well too if you'd like to.
Do you want to give us the rundown of what the house is like, since we'll be staying there for a while?
Yeah, it is a All right, I'm adding 1 wound, by the way, to you, Christy Joe. That just says 5, and then it'll just say blind.
Okay.
That way you can keep track of the status effect. From being blind, let me tell you the effect. Let me double check. Blind. I believe it's going to be it's a -8 to attack and defense.
Okay.
So I'm adding into your details that's the penalty you've taken.
Okay.
Oh, and just to clarify before, the healing before reduced by 1 wound and then also reduced by 1 day?
Yes.
Okay.
And so then that'll reduce your main wound by 3, right? So it drops from 18 to 15
All right.
with
Right.
14 days to heal. All right. So the house that you find yourself at it's slightly leaning to the side. You notice that several of the doors don't quite fit well together, and when it's inside, you find most of the beds have kind of moldy straw, and it's only a one room. It's a one room cottage with kind of just a large living space with bed it's only got 2 beds to start with, so it takes up it'll probably take a little bit of time. Like you can gather straw or hay from someone, no problem, and they'll loan it to you and let you set
Yeah,
up your own.
I imagine since like I'm one of the like least injured, I'll probably spend like a few of the next days just managing that and making the place look nice without spending money.
So do you want to take 5 days to rest and heal so that you're not blind?
Yeah, minimum not blind, and we'll see what happens by then.
All right. So let's fast forward 5 days as we're going through this. Are you guys able to? Do you have food for 5 days?
I do have rations. How much would it cost to just get food in town by comparison?
Food for let's see. Common food would be 3 copper a day. So this would be 15 copper for 5 days. So that would be 1.5 silver. Or you could do poor meals, and that would be 5 copper. You could eat poorly, and
I have
Okay.
3 days worth of rations.
I'll eat poorly.
yeah, then for 5 copper you can eat. It's just really you're having bread, nice loaves of bread every morning, but that's your main sustenance.
And I believe with 5 days, I'm actually perfectly healed, which is good.
Right. So if everyone does 5 days of healing, I'll do it for Karamikos, but you take 5 days off your wounds, and if any of your wounds days to heal reaches 0, then you lower the points by 1, and then reset the days to heal on that counter. So
now I have 9 days to heal a point off of my 15-point wound.
yes.
Cool.
All right. Karamikos has
And
healed.
I'm not blind anymore, so I can take
You
that
are
off.
not blind anymore. Karamikos does heal from several wounds. Oh. Let's see. That's 3 days. And then that's 2. All right. And that one goes away. Yeah,
And
Karamikos is doing all right, but he's still pretty hurt.
how much copper did
So,
you say that the poor meals were?
1 copper a day. So for 5
Okay, so
days, it'd be
5.
5 copper.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do that too.
All right. So you guys, I'm going to need 5 wisdom checks from the 3 of you. Or sorry, 5 wisdom saves. So each of you, if you do 5 wisdom saves, we'll be good as these 5 days pass.
2, 3, 4, and 5.
All right.
I've got
Finn, you
1,
made 1 with a natural 20. Nice. 2. You're rolling crazy. 20, 19,
3,
3,
4, and 5.
1 more. All right. And then
Where were these when I was dying?
yeah. 18s, 20s.
Seriously.
Eric. And I need 4 more from you, Eric.
Yep.
All right. So it's the first night that you spend in your first house. You rest all right. It's definitely a new experience. You're setting up your beds and you're trying to figure out how you can be the most comfortable in your shack. And Eric, you just sleep horribly. Your night at first you're tossing and turning, but then you realize there's something more to it as a dread starts to settle in on your dreams, and you have these horrible dreams of being trapped and screaming in fear, and several of the other people might even hear him yelling in the night, but when you wake him up, he remembers nothing but some sort of like just foggy memory of like as soon as he wakes up, the dream is forgotten, but like he wakes up like breathing fast with anxiety. And the next 4 nights for you, Eric, are still fraught with like this kind of worry, and like there's always this horror every time you sleep that this nightmare is going to descend on you again, but it doesn't ever come back as strong as it was. How do you on that first night, how do you guys react to that? Like when when you wake up, you see that there's more people outside of the city hall, and it seems like more people got plagued by nightmares.
I don't see it because I'm blind.
That's true.
I could see Whirlin just kind of musing to himself a little bit. Well, I suppose one, it's probably real. Two, it's not just the locals and their superstitions. And three, well, they're going to ask us to go back.
Yeah.
So there's like an increasing slight amount of dread over Whirlin for that.
And I say
And
that
yeah, yep.
this
Sorry.
curse isn't lifted, Elf.
Yeah, I've noticed. I thought so, but I thought we could get out of here.
Did we get? Are you going to go back and see if we can get me? I'm talking to Whirlin.
Probably not. I don't think they'll part with it. Not until they're sleeping well, which... I mean, we could always just put some drugs into the well, and which point they'll probably sleep well. Or forever, but, you know...
Sleep,
they're not going
right?
to give us... They're not going to give us the money.
Then we should make our way back and take care of whatever's in there.
Just look at Finn here. Still dripping cheese.
Well, then you and I'll go back with. How's Karamiko's doing?
Karamiko's just doing a lot better.
Mhm.
And Whirlin, on the third day, you too feel the tinge of fear in your sleep as the nightmare takes hold of you, and you wake up
Mhm.
sweating and breathless and panting.
Since I've actually had an experience with the dream now, could I roll arcane lore to maybe like get some sort of information out of it?
Yeah, make an arcane lore check to interpret the dream.
Here we go. 66 out of 48.
You're after waking up, you like rack your brain about it, and it does have a feeling of a magical nature, because when you
Mhm.
were having this dream, it almost felt like it descended upon you, and like all of a sudden you were enveloped in this fear and anger uh and just these crazy feelings of terror. And then it left, and it felt like to you, it almost felt like it was targeted, but at the same time, it didn't feel like it was intentionally targeting you, if that makes any sense.
Interesting. So just kind of radiating out.
Yeah, like it descended upon you and it was boom on you, and then it was gone. And you're like, it almost felt like there was something there doing it to you.
Hmm. Very interesting. I don't suppose, with this sort of knowledge and experience, that there might be secondary effects in the future. Like, if this keeps going on, something different will happen.
Maybe you have heard of night terrors that have killed before.
Mm-hmm. It
You
might
have
just be
heard
a
of
matter of
creatures
time, yeah.
like that. Yeah. You have
Mhm.
heard of creatures like that in your magical study. Demons and
Mhm.
creatures of the like. And
I
everyone
don't.
has heard folk tales as well of creatures that descend, and that's honestly why everyone is so worried and freaked out, because I mean, that used to be why people didn't go out at night, is because their parents would tell them stories of horrible creatures that would descend on little kids that left the bed after their bedtime.
Mhm. So, I guess given all this, I don't suppose there's any, like, common simple words, like, like, have a bit of rosemary around the house or something. And I'm gonna guess,
You
like, on
assume that, yeah.
experimentation and talking with other villagers, they've tried something like that, and, like, it probably hasn't worked.
Yeah, you ask about that, and people are at first like a little begrudging, because those same folklores are also tied closely to uh like to the religion and some of the
Mhm.
gods and some of the priests that they used to have. So some people are a little reluctant to chat with you about it, but eventually, like, kind of they see that you have that same, like, haunted look in your eye, and so, like,
Mhm.
some of them even will, like, pass you some of their herbs that they've tried, and they pass it to you, and they say it has not quite protected us, but maybe you will have better luck. Uh, Try
Okay.
what you can.
So I would
If
definitely,
anything,
like, try to
the nice
experiment.
smell will help. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So I guess I would definitely try to, like, experiment with that a little bit, and, I guess, I don't have any more night terrors, so I guess it worked every
Let
unless I could
me
do it more officially or something.
Yeah. So
do some Karamiko saves, and just to see if. All right. He is. Karamikos is fine for it. He doesn't suffer from any dreams, and if he does, he doesn't relate it to any of you. You, maybe it's whatever you do around the house or the preparations, but yeah, you aren't haunted by any more terrors at night. There is that
Mhm.
ever present feeling of dread now on the two of you, that Finn, you don't have. Like, they kind of relate to you, like, kind of like this darkness, like, kind of just around them, but you don't feel any of that.
Sure, guys. Whatever you say.
Well, Finn, it looks like you can see again.
I can. It's really bright. I
And now I suppose the question is, how do you feel about crawling into a tiny hole again?
uh
And then into another one?
I don't really know. I mean, I'm still feeling pretty rough. There's I mean, the cheese has kind of stopped coming out, but it's got a smell now. So,
Well,
not
you do
really.
have your
It's
sling.
turtling.
I do have my sling, but it didn't work out too well. Sorry about that, by the way. Uh,
About what now? I don't remember anything.
okay, good.
I mean, I did
Never
have this
mind.
strange welt on me. I don't know where that came
No,
from. I thought it had claws. It's so weird. I don't
yeah,
remember anything except
I
horrible,
think
terrifying fear.
it just kind of threw a rock at one point. It was weird. I don't know. It was random, but yeah, I'm not sure where that came from. But if you guys want me with you, I'm happy to come. But I might be a bit more of a liability at this point. Uh,
Well, that
but
decision's then on you. I think we are obliged to go back, and
yes.
yeah, I don't want to be a liability on you guys. I also don't want to miss out on any action. And there might be some good stuff down there to get, even though I know you didn't find a whole lot. Found, what did you say, acorns?
yes,
Maybe there's a
acorns.
giant squirrel beast in there somewhere. That might be causing it. I've seen one of those.
Of course, the giant squirrels. How could I have forgotten? They're
Mhm.
endemic to the region, really.
Indeed.
Vicious nightmares. I don't know how people keep forgetting about them, honestly.
Mm-mm.
Did you ask around about that?
The giant squirrels? No, if you
Not the
speak
giant
about
squirrels.
it.
Not the giant squirrels, about the shells.
The acorn.
The
Actually, that's a
acorns.
good point. I've gone through the whole process. Did acorns come up at any point?
Roll a clean information check. Clean information check.
Oh, I'm actually terrible at that.
You ask around, and no one brings up acorns as a solution to it. You suggest it. Maybe you even grab some acorns and you prepare, but it doesn't seem to have any effect.
Right. No significance known or acknowledged. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess that just leaves us with I guess we have to go back, otherwise they're never gonna give us money.
Right?
And
Mhm.
while it's nice to have the house here, I imagine they'll probably come and burning down when they realize we're not doing anything.
Right.
Mhm.
And we can leave the halfling here to convey that we're still doing it.
I suppose so, unless the halfling wants to come along, which
I worry right now that I'm still a bit too far down, so I wouldn't mind having a few more days of rest here and can take care of things
Mhm.
around the house here. And then if there's any questions that come up, I might be able to help alleviate fears and say, hey, they're still working on
Chrissy Joe, I don't suppose you have a protege already ready.
it. Not yet,
No.
but I'll
Well,
work
So then you're gonna just wait on the side while these two delve back into the burrows.
I think I might. I mean, if
Do you want to accompany
I
them
could-
and like wait on the top of the hill just in case they need you, or
yeah, I could do that. I could go chill and
Mhm.
kind of make myself a little camp there outside of the top hole, by
yeah.
the tree, and do that. And that way, if I'm needed, I'm not so far away. Then that way I'm still close.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Oh,
So you can establish the camp,
we
you
gonna do
can
about
set up
Karamiko?
more
because my dog
fondue,
like messed with. She laid on cords.
Karamikos can be his typical moody, quiet self, and so we'll just have him in the background. He'll kind of he's
Oh!
back.
Sorry.
Ah!
It was raining. There's lightning outside, but I still crawled
Oh.
up on the roof to put the tarp back up.
No, you
Nice.
didn't.
Yeah,
Wow.
metal roof, metal ladder, lightning. Lightning is one of my biggest real life fears, by the way. I don't know why. Irrational fear of lightning, but
Wow.
of just like getting struck or just it existing, I guess.
I guess I don't know. I'm not so much afraid of getting struck by lightning because I know that, but I
Mhm.
would the pain and everything would be gone well before I would actually even know it hit me. But
All right, so actually getting struck is the fear, which totally valid because metal roof.
yeah,
Yeah, you're climbing on a metal roof on a metal ladder.
Right.
yeah, which is
So,
already a slippery roof already, but now it's totally wet with rain too. But had to get it done. It was raining.
So
Yeah, some
speaking
rubber
of
boots.
defying death, is Karamalikos interested in going back into the burrow?
I don't know who the hell that is.
I did all the healing, by the way, on Karel Lamikos.
Carmela
Carol?
Dance.
Oh,
how you
how
doing?
many days did we do?
It was 5 days of
5.
healing.
All right, and I have fast healer.
Yep, I did that.
Okay, so I am halfway back, I guess, a little less. than
Yeah,
halfway.
you recovered a lot of wounds disappeared, and then most of them are pretty low at this point.
All right. All right. Sorry, I don't. Yeah,
All right.
the answer would be yes.
Yeah, so there's some healing has happened, and in the past 5 days, the curse hasn't been lifted. There's still been bad dreams, and even Werlin and Eric have fallen afoul of the dreams, and you actually as well. On the last day, you're afflicted as well. At the night, you have this horrible presence of fear and anger, and it wakes you up in the middle of the night like sweating with how with you might even wake up screaming.
Now on the
From
fourth
it.
day, I had a fourth wisdom save was a 14. Would I have had it on the fourth day?
You did not.
I did not. Okay, cool.
Huh, I guess the grass, rosemary, acorn smoothie didn't help then, did it, Karamikos?
I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. That's not that.
Did you,
You know my
did you not
character.
drink it?
My character has a voice, so this is me out of character. I have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
Exactly. No,
yeah,
no,
I
it's
know.
perfect.
I understand that, but I would know what you're talking about in character.
Yeah,
So
Werlin was trying a bunch of random things to try to cure it, and he made some sort of rosemary acorn smoothie that
again,
he tried to get you all to drink.
my in-character nickname for Whirlin is Moron. So no, I'm not drinking something he makes.
Well, I see where it is. You just left it over here on the counter. How could you?
It's also not like something he could
Acorny.
force. Yeah, it's like not something
Acorny.
he could force in my mouth. I'm wearing a mask at all times.
Brought to you by.
Oh, hey, Karamikos. I am sorry for the dolphin thing because I've been blind for the last 5 days, and so I get where you're coming from now. And the dolphin thing does not work.
To be honest, I'm just still surprised you knew what a dolphin is, living this far inland.
I've
They
heard
could have walked a
stories.
whole 300 feet.
My sister's traveled a lot. She told me about
My
it.
sister's half dolphin.
Or maybe she just doesn't know what a dolphin is, and she's like, oh, a dolphin, moo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dolphins to
Right?
her are like sturges to the Val.
Yeah.
I do see things
What does
that
the
aren't
fox
really
say?
there. So. Ow.
I was blind for 5 days, but now I see things in a clearer light.
So you guys would like to return to the original scene, then the scene of the big old fight.
Yeah,
Yep.
down to the darkness of our dark despair.
And
All right,
Finn is gonna
into the darkness.
set up camp up top a bit.
Okay.
Just
Yeah, so we could just like
he
leave you
doesn't
back here or something.
doesn't want to be a liability.
Yeah, just let me know when you want to re-enter the scene, and you tell me how you want to interact. So,
Okay.
what would the other three folks like to
So
do?
I just saw Whirlin zoom on down.
Zoop.
Yeah, I want to.
Ah!
I guess he's carrying a torch.
He needed more acorns for his smoothies.
Yeah.
How could you just leave perfectly good acorns lying on the ground? I was a fool. But yeah, I'm just like guiding them back down the hallway towards where the battle was and where I saw the hole.
Wow,
which
did
I
we
believe
put
is-
ourselves exactly in the same spot for a second there?
I think so.
Exactly the
Yeah.
same spot, from 2 different directions, no less.
Good timing. But yeah, I'm just down the hallway and yeah, so
So
I
what's
will lead them over to the small hole and go, I think this is it.
What's
It's about 1.4 inches, so like 16 inches of space between where it's collapsed and what looks like the ceiling through the rest of the chamber.
Oh, real quick. There was 5 days spent, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Was there a seamstress or something in town?
There was someone that could have helped mend your cloak.
Now here's the odd loophole here. Could they have done it while I was still wearing it?
Probably.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah, they
sewing
could probably do
needles.
that.
All right, how much?
I'll
Penny for
say
materials,
that.
penny for the work.
Yeah, I'll say 3 copper
What's the
or 2 copper. 2
what's-
copper.
Is it 10 copper to 1 silver?
Yes. Yeah, 2 copper.
All right.
what's the dead ghoul look like?
Dead?
Is it decomposing, or does it look like?
Yeah, at
something-
this point his body does not look like it's been disturbed. It's still laying in the same position that you left it, and its skin, which was stretched taut over its gaunt frame, is starting to decay. And it smells even worse, if possible, than what it was before.
Can we search the area? So you saw the small hole. I can't fit in that hole. Can you,
I'm
Elf?
sure
Now-
you can. You just need to just this, this.
Just swan dive.
Yeah.
A foot? I don't think I'm gonna fit.
And then just shimmy, just this, you
Yeah,
can
you
do
wouldn't
it.
be able to wear any armor in the hole. You'd have to shimmy through. Like you'd have to basically like for you guys with armor, you'd like strip down and you could
Or you can
crawl on your
dig the hole bigger.
Oh,
You
I
also
don't have
try
a
to dig the hole.
shovel.
I wanna search the rooms or I wanna look. Because I didn't come down. I only came down this far, so I want
Yeah.
to walk past and see the other two rooms. Or
All
I
right.
don't know the other two rooms, but
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll give you. Are you going to take a torch or a candle of some kind?
yeah.
Or I'll give you some light on your character, and then so you move in and you see the same thing that Werlin saw. Over here, there's a number of bodies stacked up in these old burial chambers, and in here to the north, in this room, you're seeing lots of pottery, and it looks like a chest that's been overturned, and there's acorn shells spilled out across the entire floor.
Okay. Can I want to search the room.
Yeah, are you searching through like all these pottery, or like how much are you grave robbing is what I'm trying to ask.
I'm like looking for like any kind of secret doors or paths. I'm not
Okay, that's what you're
trying to
looking for. Yep.
grave rob. Yeah, look, a different passageway. Like from the light, it looks like this is something.
Yeah, roll a scrutiny check. Not opposed, by the way. All right, so you're looking through, and it does look like right here, what you're pointing out. It does look like the traditional walls of this chamber have collapsed and crumpled on that side, and there's rocks and rubble that's fallen into this room. But you don't believe it was ever another passageway. Doing your search and looking through here, you don't think that there's any like hidden passageways behind these skulls in the wall. Or if there is, you certainly didn't find it, or didn't see any sign of it.
Okay. Can I move the skulls?
Yeah, you can pull them out of their little alcoves and set them back in.
Okay. Okay.
Is that
And
what
you
you want to
said that.
do?
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. I'll pull them out of there.
Are you taking them out one at a time and putting them back in, or are you just trying to take out all the skulls and put them on the ground?
Well, are they stacked or are they in the wall?
It is. They're set into the walls, so they're actually like it would be.
Yeah, I
Let's
want
see
to
if I
pull
can
them out.
find a good.
I got a good idea. Like I'm thinking like
Okay.
Aztec, like how
Yeah,
Aztec
yeah,
would
and as
stack.
that's perfect.
Yeah, they would stack the skulls and yeah. So yeah, I want to. Can I pull them out? Are they?
Yeah, you can take you. I mean, you'd start at the top and take them all down. Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
It'll take you some time, but you start doing that. You
And
can start
since
stacking them over on the side.
yeah, and since the chest was knocked down and it looks like it's already been robbed, I'm not gonna, uh, you know,
Bother with it.
yeah, pay it too much heed that I'm disturbing
Okay.
anything great. I'm just gonna kind of yeah, take him out.
All right. So you're starting to do that. While Eric is doing that, what are Karamikos and Werlin doing?
I'm just kind of waiting. Like you said, there's this hole here. Can I like peer into it, shine the light in?
Yeah, you'd have to clamber up and climb up onto that. You'd have to climb up there, but yeah.
Okay, that's not too difficult then. So I'll clamber up. I'll try to get like a better look through and see like what's on the other side. And I guess also
Alright,
like
so
try
you-
to hear like if there's like scrounging of bugs or anything.
Yeah, can I hear anything coming through the hole? Or coming around?
You're
from the other
not
side?
you're not hearing anything. Well, I mean, you're hearing probably Eric on the other side, but you're not hearing movement or
Now remember,
anything. I mean, maybe
hearing
like
is
rock
literally all I
shifting.
do, so